Hey Bookworms of Concord, I got another sci-fi book recommendation for you, and it is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I read this quite late. I remember I must have been back in 5th grade, I think, when people, a bunch of kids were just talking about, Ender's Game. It's like such an adult book, and there's a lot of swearing in it. And having now finally read it last year, actually, there's swearing in it, but it's not that bad. But when you're a kid, it is. But in case you're one of the few who haven't read this book, it's about so humanity has been at war with aliens that they call buggers for many generations, very similar to Starship Troopers in that sense. But in hopes of defeating them, the government in the novel has been constructing these genius children to join the International Fleet, or IF for short, and resume their training as they become officers to develop incredible strategies against the alien forces. Just like the genius Mazer Rackham many generations ago did. He's like a super famous figure for these people, a huge historical hero. And so they pin all their hopes on this 6-year-old genius, Andrew Ender Wiggin. Ender is his nickname, as he agrees to enlist in the IF to become trained as an officer and fight against the buggers. His training includes learning mathematics, computers, military history, strategy and tactics, and the battle room that consists of games of mock battles in zero gravity. And by the time his training is done, Ender will be 16. So the question is, will Ender be the genius general they've been waiting for to finally win the war against the buggers? That's the main question of the book. So I was by the time I had read this last year, I was really excited to read it because it was the first sci-fi book I read that wasn't Halo. Halo, there's 35 books of Halo. Yes, I have all of them, except only one of them you can only get digitally. Now Halo, the video game, I think is what really developed my love for sci-fi. Back in the first game in 2001, and the books that expand the lore and universe have been at the time had been the only sci-fi I ever read. So it was equal parts fun and refreshing to read a sci-fi book that tells of a world I wasn't already familiar with. And as the children assigned to their armies learn at the battle school in their mock battles, it has elements of the Lord of the Flies that I think really makes you wonder just how effective the training will be. Now, ethics have long left the school's administration with such a dire threat on the horizon in the novel, and so it brings you to ask the question: can such methods truly prepare and raise these children into adults to take on an alien race? But it's not all about Ender becoming Earth's best military genius. Down on Earth, his brother and sister, who are also child geniuses, have conspiratorial political plans of their own. So I found the book pretty fast-paced, and there's not a whole lot of character and environment descriptions, which I would normally find problematic, but I found it to be a relief after, at the time, I had just come off of a long book series, which was Halo, with lots of descriptions. After those detailed descriptions, I don't whenever I read detailed descriptions, I don't normally remember all the details anyway. So it was nice getting that change of pace when I started reading this after all the Halo books last year, just to have a quicker change of pace in reading. And but despite its quick pace, nothing is missed in my view, especially because the ending is just absolutely wild and satisfyingly surprising. If you know, you know. I did not see that ending coming at all. So yeah, this is just a classic sci-fi book, and I know it's part of a series. I think it's like 4 books or something. Oh wait, right here, the Ender Saga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 books. Or 6. Whatever. 5 or 6 books. But so I think later into the future I'll probably buy the rest of that series. But right now, that won't happen for a long time because I have a whole bunch of other books I want to read that I'm much more interested in than this. So I gave this 5 stars when I read it. So definitely recommend it to you if you love sci-fi. Okay, bye.